everyone. I guess I can start talking. Uh, I can't really get back into this video taping too hot right this second, but I'm going to try anyway. The fact of the matter is, so many of us, even regionally to Arizona and out in that area, and all over the United States and all over the world, are wondering this morning, on this beautiful Easter morning, where Nancy Guthrie is. And we've all got our opinions. And like I said yesterday, and I'm hoping that I've got a live stream going, and you wonderful sisters of mine and brothers out there yesterday will chime in again about what I'm about to say. We're still wondering where Nancy is. And we've looked at Brian, and we've looked at Ashley, and we've looked at Megan, all the really great journalists on TV this morning. And they're still asking all these questions. And I'm telling you one thing is, I'm Peggy Mercer. This is my YouTube channel, and I've been in business with the YouTube reels and videos for several long years now. I began as an effort to teach rising star authors how to put together great children's books and novels, and I am an award-winning novelist, and I was Georgia Author of the Year in 2011 for a children's book, and I am exactly in the South here, in the backwoods of Georgia, and I do go back and forth to Nashville, and I do work in music some, and I have done that for many years. I am a Mercer, and not for nothing. On this beautiful Easter morning, where we just thank our Father in heaven for his Son Jesus, who rose from the grave, and while he cried out, as we know from the Bible study, while he cried out, "It is finished," I hear him saying, "But I am not." And so, friends, today I'm just this old lady with a lot of theories on what happened to Nancy Guthrie, and I want to share with you people on this beautiful Easter Sunday, when he rose again. We will all rise again. Ain't no power on earth can keep us down. And so it is with Nancy Guthrie. Whatever has become of her, her spirit has already probably worked its own wings, and she's flown to glory land. However, whatever you believe is fine with me. Can you people hear me? Are you interested in what I'm saying? And I hope and pray that you are, because I have an astounding story to tell you today. I think I've cracked this case, and I think I had it cracked from the first day that it happened, when they all came out saying, "Oh, she's been kidnapped. She's been stolen. She's been taken from her home, out of her bed in the middle of the night." I didn't think that sounded quite like what had happened. And after a good bit of praying about it, I still stand by what I said in the very beginning, and that this was no kidnapping. This was no burglary. This was family doing something. And I'm going to just share with you what I have decided happened. I'm not a law enforcement officer, although some of my best friends are, and they say I would have made a good one. I started out my life's work in the newspaper business as a journalist. I'm continuing that as Elon Musk calls me, and a few million others right now. We are citizen journalists, and although many of us do have a background in the newspaper business as reporters, I've also been a teacher, an author, as I said, and I I've worked a lot of other things, so I do know a lot about reporting. These are not facts I'm giving you. This is my total opinion, and I do it with a lot of love and a little poetry thrown in this morning. Um, I do want to see for a minute if you people, if you're looking at this or you're able to hear me and Sharon, will you say something so I can see if it pops up, because I'm just relearning this stuff again. But I want to tell you a wonderful story, while a little bit sad, about what I think, my opinion, what I think about what happened to Nancy Guthrie. The facts are she was 84 years old, supposedly kidnapped from her home the night of February the 1st, after she had been to her middle daughter's home um, and son-in-law's home, having a great night. And I think what happened is, as Nancy aged, and I'm up in age, so I know how Nancy felt. I'm not as old as she was, and thank the good Lord I hadn't come down to that yet. But I do know, because I'm a senior citizen, I'm retired, and I do know a lot of how she felt. And I can't say with certainty, but I believe this is what happened to Nancy Guthrie. I believe that Nancy, who was 84 years old, and we know from Savannah's reporting on the Today Show that and in the news media, that Nancy had a really bad back and was in a lot of pain. Savannah did say that Nancy, on a good day, maybe could walk more than 50 yards to the mailbox and back. 50 yards is not far. I can go to the end of my house and be over 50 yards really easy at the back of my kitchen there. But so that's not far. That she was in a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of pain before with sciatica, and I'll tell you something. I'm going to do a video on how I got over that. Back to Nancy now. I believe that Nancy, who was 84 and in a lot of pain, although she had caretakers, which were her son-in-law and her daughter, who are purported to be absolutely fabulous caretakers, and I'm sure they love her. So I believe that Nancy, who was 84 and Elaine, um, she had lived her life as a very strong-willed woman, an independent woman. She made all her business decisions, it appears, using her own brain. It appears that she was in her right mind, even at 84 years old, and she was doing well with the living alone as an independent senior citizen. I'm going to say, and this is totally my opinion, I'm going to say that Nancy felt alone in her wonderful, big, spacious home with all her stuff that she loved. She felt alone. She was alone. She didn't like being what I call caretook. I don't like it either. I'm a person that likes to make my own decisions and do my own thing, and I don't want anybody telling me what to do. And it appears that she might have been the same way. I wonder if the pain had gotten to her, like it does a lot of people, and the loneliness of her life. I wonder if she was smart enough to realize that the next big event was crossing over the Rainbow Bridge with all her fur babies. But the truth of the matter is, I think she laid in that bed at the edge of that desert that she loved so good, and she looked at that bright moon up there, and she looked at those stars, and I wonder if she said to herself, I'm leaving my dark pain storm behind. I'm going to leave my loss of my life and this caretaker, and I don't like it, and I'm going to leave it all behind. I'm going to leave the room, which is my right to do so. And then I'm going to be free because I don't like this anymore. And sadly, I wonder if she stared at that moon and whispered to the moon, I hear you calling my name and I'm coming to you. And I wonder if she called her middle daughter and son-in-law, and that handsome son of hers was a pilot. I wonder if she called them together to Annie's house and said, I want to be sharing my idea with you guys because I'm going to need your help. And I wonder if the daughter and the son-in-law got in there with her and said, after tears and a lot of thinking about this, I wonder if they got in there with her and said, okay, we'll help you. How do you want to do this or what do you want to do? And I think she said, I just want to, on a night of my choosing, like tonight, I want to go out into the desert and I want to be left alone with the moon and the stars. And then I want to go meet Jesus. And I think that's what they helped her do. And the reason I think that's what they helped her do, a lot of reasons, I don't have room right now to say what all I think. Nothing in the house was messed up. Nothing was touched. It was like these people came in there and unlocked maybe the garage door with their keys. They knew what time to be there. They were there at that time. They went in there and helped her get her thoughts together and maybe take some medicine for the last time. Who knows what they did. And then she left. And then that son-in-law and that handsome son and that daughter took her to where she wanted to go and did what she asked them to do. I think they left her because this was her choice. She was tired of pain 24/7. She knew it wasn't going to be long before she totally could not walk and she was going to be what we call bedridden. Uh, it's your choice when you get that age whether to stay or go. And like I said in my other video, the great thing about Nancy Guthrie is she lived a life where she was good either way. Now, one other reason, from the very beginning, the sheriff seemed to know where she was. He kept saying she's close by. He kept saying, thank you, Wayne, for saying this. I appreciate your comments so much. I need to know that my time is worthwhile here. And these are my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not trying to piece this together anymore. I've come to conclusions about it. We want resolution for this family. I I don't think they're all guilty of anything except helping their mother, who was the matriarch of this family, a strong leader. Her cowgirl days were behind her. Everything she'd ever done was in the past. As we age, we all know this. Um, my mother, when she was sick and on her last few days of life from lung cancer, she knew she wanted to go. She wanted to leave. And I kept saying, no, don't talk like that. Here, have some more applesauce. Have something. Read this. And my mother said she always wanted to go to Jacksonville, Florida when her time came because it's so beautiful there. And she had once lived there, and to her it was heaven on earth. She told me, she whispered to me and said she had her ticket ready to go and she was packed. Now she wanted to go, and then she went on a nosedive. And I realized what God was telling me to say to her. God was telling me to say to her, go on, be gone, do what you want to do. And it wasn't long after that that I held my precious mother in my arms and said goodbye to her and watched her breathe her last. I think that's what's happened to Miss Nancy Guthrie, whom we all the world over We've come to love her. We've come to identify with her. We've come to love her spirit. We've come to double back, like they do in the movies, to my first feeling was that it was a family affair. One of my beautiful friends, Vicky, who once owned a bike and has all these fabulous grandchildren now, but she said that she didn't believe Nancy left there completely, and I believe that all the time. When you talk about a crime, that maybe she did leave there with somebody dragging her around, but I don't believe that. I believe that she asked them to take her out into the desert some starry night where she could become part of the moon and stars again. This I hope this live stream has hit a soft spot in you on this beautiful Easter Sunday. How we love knowing where these Christian loved ones are. I will be back. I will be doing another video. Uh, like I said, I'm not a law enforcement officer. This is my feeling, and I believe it's I love you all. I thank you. I do this for money. I've got food on the table and shoes on my feet. I've got a roof overhead. And I thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. And I just pray that we can ask the hard questions of this family and get the answers that as Savannah and the others deserve. Don't you know they're all worn out? They want some rest. And we want Nancy to rest in peace. It is my honor to be able to talk to you people on the Peggy Mercer YouTube channel. Please stay with me. I will be back with another video in 2 days now. And thank you so much. Hi there. I do want everybody to know that I'm really good today. I do want everybody to know that I'm really good today. I want everybody to know that I'm doing great here in the South. I feel good. Is everybody all right? This was kind of a little bit of a sad. think it started asking a poll, or I think maybe this has started asking a poll or something. Maybe this started asking a poll, and I can't remember exactly how to operate the buttons on it. I'm real good today. I tell you what, I love Easter better than any other time of the year, unless I'm at the beach. At that point, I love the beach uh, better than any other place. I want everybody to know I'm good. Is everybody good today? And this was just a very soft touch message to try to get us away a little bit from all that hard. Some of it's very hate filled, uh, figuring out opinions that people have, and we need to just pray that this family is going to get the resolution. I feel like it's what I just said, so we'll see. And I felt like that from day one. I deserve the reward so I can feed my cats. And and I'm cutting up about that, but I can tell you all that I've got it figured out. And so, if you agree or disagree, just give me some of the heads up. Does anybody have a comment, or am I doing this wrong, or what?